back to the Lioness Lane, my frugal friends. I have another DIY video for you guys today. In today's video, I am going to show you all how I created a mini spice rack that I will be keeping to the right of my stove. So if this sounds like something you would be interested in seeing, just keep watching. The items I used, most of them were from the Dollar Tree. I used this kitchen wire rack. I already had sponge brushes on hand, but you can get those from the Dollar Tree, and some scissors, but I did not need the ink pen. I used my glue gun and some glue sticks. I thrifted 4 of these Tupperware containers from the Goodwill for $1 each. I picked up this vinyl top liner from the Dollar Tree. It is 12 inch by 30 inch and the color is white and taupe. I thrifted this plate from the Goodwill. I don't remember the price, but it is a plate from Pier 1. If you do this project, I would say check Walmart for something similar. I'm using one cooking measurements magnet from the Dollar Tree, some jet black matte acrylic paint that I picked up from Walmart for 50 cents, and not shown a paper plate. The first thing I'm going to do is paint all 4 legs, including the little rubber stoppers on the bottom, and also a little bit of the inside, like the top corners of that rack. If you do this project, do one side at a time. So do your first side, let it dry, however many coats you're going to do, let it dry before you flip over to do the second side. As you can see, I'm just painting the legs and I'm going up towards the top, just the corners only. This is what it is looking like so far, and this side is dry. A quick tip, when you apply this, brush it on that way and do not go up and down. It's easier and it applies better if you brush it on versus going up and down. I have painted the other side. I'm going to let that dry. I've washed out my Tupperware containers. So now I am going to hot glue the measurements magnet to the middle inside of that plate. Another quick tip, hot glue adheres quickly to magnets for some reason, so work quickly and try to get it centered as quickly as possible. So now I just want to do an eyeball measurement of how much of that vinyl I would need to wrap around my rack. And honestly, my paint wasn't all the way dry, so yeah, don't do like me. Make sure your paint is completely dry. Oops, there goes the paint mistake. So anyway, if you never used vinyl top liner, they have these straight lines that makes it easy for you to cut across. So I just used one as a guide. I pretty much could see how much I need, and so I used that as a guide to cut across. I am happy with the placement, so I am now going to cut some slits in the vinyl liner. This will help me be able to hot glue it down and give it a more neat look. I could have used a ruler, but honestly, I just thought I would use that rack as my guide to know where to cut those slits, as well as the lines that are already available on the back side of that liner. I have removed the extra pieces and put some hot glue in between the two racks. As you can see, I'm just mashing it down. I'm going to do the same to the other side, so I would recommend to start with the short sides first, putting hot glue in between the two racks. So now I'm just going to play around with it just for a little before I hot glue it down. So as you can see, I'm wrapping it around just to make sure it looks good to me, making sure that I don't need to shift anything over, and I'm doing that first. And so after I am happy with what I see, I know that it's shifted over, I am going to hot glue those sides down as well to the rack. If you do this DIY, after you place that glue, I would say pull it a little bit, like a little tug. Make sure it is down tight. So now I'm going to hot glue the last piece down and just put a little bit of glue at a time. I chose the vinyl top liner because of the ability to clean it easily. I feel like it would be easy to get one of those Lysol wipes or spray it down with something when you need to clean it. The other option I thought would probably work for this would be like one of those vinyl table mats. That may work. I don't know how it would work for you with bending. I prefer and would recommend the liner, but that is an option if you want to try to go for a different look or a thicker texture. There's a little piece on the side that's annoying me, so I'm going to cut that little piece off. And now here is the finished look, as well as the plate that has my magnet measurements. So now I'm going to add our frequently used spices to these Tupperware containers, and what I like about these containers is that they have a pour side, as you can see right there, and then they have the sift side. So here is how it turned out, and I have it to the right of our stove on the countertop. Those spices are our most frequently used spices. The salt and pepper shakers have always been there, and I got those from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely enjoy having those cooking measurements available down there. Now, when I created this stand, we were all out of lemon pepper and we didn't have a lot of seasoning salt, so I have since been to the store, but it will be filled with those spices. I like having the most commonly used spices in our home on the counter, but I will keep any extra spices, a stockpile of it, up above in the spice cabinet. Also, stay tuned for a makeover, not a makeover, but like organization of the spice cabinet. It is right above this section here. I use my label maker to create my labels. But if you don't have a label maker, I'm thinking maybe you could either use the Dollar Tree sticker letters or maybe even the Dollar Tree chalkboard labels where you could just write what the spice is with your chalk pen. I hope I have inspired you to try something similar, and if you do, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this DIY video, please give me a thumbs up. I also have a playlist of other DIYs I created, and I will include a card so that you could view it at your leisure. If you are not a subscriber, please consider doing so today. I would absolutely welcome your pop-up anytime over here at the Lioness Lane. Also, I can be found on Instagram under the Lioness Lane. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, and remember, a frugal lifestyle is more than just paper clipping. It is a way of living. I will chat with you guys in a new video. Bye bye for now. I found a cute little purse. This is made by a company called Kadin, Kadin. It wasn't a green tag, it was yellow tag. I paid $4.99 for it, but I felt like it was worth it. It has an alligator